For one, all of a sudden, one of my crazy hot take predictions has a chance of coming true next week. As I said in our last show of the year, that Finn Balor will win singles gold in 2026. And next week in his hometown, he has a shot at CM Punk. I mean, he's not going to win, but he has that shot. So all of a sudden, they're throwing Finn into the mix again, which is wonderful. And then on the flip side, apparently Otis and Tozawa just have to ask for a title shot and they get it.
And they get it, right?
So you and I are kind of like a team here.
We can ask.
I'm gonna text. Jimmy was in the States. He wasn't out there, so I'm gonna text Jimmy and be like, "Hey, if we can have a title shot."
Yeah, that's it. Just tweet him.
Oh, he already replied. He said no yeet. That's weird. But so Finn comes out, interrupts Punk, gets a title shot. Otis and Tozawa ask Jay for a title shot, and they're going to get a title shot. Maxine is getting her rematch, so they're going to have, I guess, their rubber match next week for the IC title.
Right.
Liv and Roxanne, I'm all for this. Liv and Roxanne against Rhea and Io. That's going to be awesome. And now we're going to have the legal battle of Adam Pearce versus Bron Breakker in workplace assault. On one hand, I find this cringy. On the other hand, I find it extremely intriguing.
I am going with the first option of that.
So recap for people if they didn't see what happened in this segment.
All right. We're having the match. You know, good. Listen, it was a good tag team match. Austin Theory, Bronson Reed against what's my guy's name?
Dragon Lee and Penta.
Well, I love Penta's entrance. It's so good.
Oh yeah,
he's so good. And all of a sudden, Bron Breakker just comes out of nowhere and he spears the hell out of Dragon Lee, right? And we knew that this was going to happen because you talked about it, right? Like you talked about him coming back with a vengeance, him being angry. They pretty much kind of like planted the seed all show saying, hey, listen, if he shows up today, you know, Adam Pearce, like if he shows up, tell him to go home. This is not the time. I'm not in the mood, blah, blah, blah. But here's my thing. And I've said this to you before. I think they're trying too hard with Bron Breakker. It's not coming off as just natural. That's the thing with me. It's like it's too forced. I like aggression from wrestlers. I like guys who are badasses. But when I watch something, and this is my reaction, because I'm not going to take off the glasses for all the audio listeners.
Oh.
And I'm watching something.
Oh, my God, those eyes. Oh, put them. I mean.
Yes.
No.
I take off my glasses, right?
Yep.
And I'm watching the show. And I see this happening. And this is my reaction.
For those of you listening, Barry has just a bleh look on his mouth with no emotional reaction, and he is just slowly blinking, pretty much just acting like he is bored.
Yes. And that's when I'm like, all right, something's off for me. I don't know what it is, but something's off. And
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Go ahead, please.
They were going to make Bron Breakker the next Batista, but then Seth Rollins got hurt, and they decided to fast forward a year in the Batista development.
But why did they have to do that when you have so many other people to just like?
Because that was just their decision, because they were going to build Bron Breakker to be the man behind Rollins.
Yes.
Be the guy and build him up. He's already a monster, and now he's going to get the tutelage from that, just like Batista to Triple H. And then eventually they were going to come to a head, whichever one they decide to turn face, and then they have their ultimate clash, and boom, Bron Breakker is a set main eventer for X amount of years. Seth gets hurt. Bron, your main eventer now. And it's not a question of the wrestling. It's not a question of the persona. It's not a question of the aggression. Me personally, it's not a question of the mic skills. I know you and I have disagreements on that.
Yeah.
It's just now where it was going to organically build like it did so well with both Batista and Orton back in that Evolution story. Because Seth went down, it was forced. They decided, we're just going to fast forward Bron Breakker 8 months to a year ahead of schedule. And boom, here you go. And we're all just like, wait, what?
Right.
And so that's what the thing has been, because it's nothing with him, because he should be a main eventer by the end of this year into early next year.
Or even mid-year. Like, listen, if they go ahead and strap the rocket to him at SummerSlam, I'm okay with that. Like,
right.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, this is not the time to do this.
But
it just doesn't come off well.
So with this match, though, there was just one thing that drove me crazy at the end when Adam Pearce came down after Bron Breakker ran and started attacking people. So all of a sudden, Adam Pearce he's telling Bron Breakker, no, you got to stop. And so he turns and he's looking at Bron, no, you got to stop this right now. And meanwhile, behind him, Bronson Reed is squashing one of them. So all of a sudden, he's like, wait, what just happened? I turned back around. Bronson Reed, you can't do this. Stop that. So then behind him, Bron Breakker goes ahead and spears the other guy. It made Adam Pearce look so foolish.
So stupid. Right. He looked like a substitute teacher that was trying to get a class to behave.
Right. And then from there, though, Bron puts his hands on Adam Pearce. And as I've mentioned on the show in the past, I typically watch Monday Night Raw with my friends and their little kids who are 4 and 5 years old.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the 5-year-old was kind of messing around with stuff. And then I stopped and was like, hey, look what? Bron Breakker, he's grabbing the boss. He can't do that. And all of a sudden, the kid stops and is like, oh, no, that's really bad. Like, oh, no, you can't do that. So, like, hey, on that effect, it worked. But then that backstage interaction, Bron Breakker is suspended.
Right.
Suspending wrestlers has become my least favorite thing in wrestling. Because they never are suspended.
They never are. They're going to show up either next week or it's just like...
And because of the situation, because all of a sudden Paul Heyman then came up afterwards like, Adam, you put your hands on him first, which is... true, which means the board of directors is going to like listen to an appeal and like reverse the suspension, and he's going to be back in 1 to 2 weeks,
or suspend Adam,
or reinstate Braun and maybe then suspend Adam Pearce. Now what they could do is, and I don't know if this would jump into your possible theory that you mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it's not, because I don't want to steal your thunder on it.
No.
All right, so this has nothing to do with it.
No.
Okay, good. What they could then do is, somehow in the midst of this, reverse it. Bron Breakker gets reinstated. Adam Pearce gets suspended. I don't care if it's 1 week. Paul Heyman, you are substitute general manager for that episode. And all of a sudden, they win titles. On that Raw, they suddenly win some titles. And then all of a sudden Adam Pearce comes back and now he's dealing with division who have gold of some kind.
Interesting. What will it be?
I mean, well, if they really wanted to add like the crazy WrestleMania questions like we're having on SmackDown, Bron Breakker win the title. Which he shouldn't.
Inserted in the triple threat match.
If I mean, I don't know if it's as soon as next week, just because it's because they might need to hype that up that Paul Heyman's in charge for a week.
Okay.
But if they wanted to do the shock value, you open the show with this interaction where then Pierce goes and Heyman is there and then he adds it. You can absolutely do that. And then on top of that, you have well, you're not going to get the tag titles because you just put those on the Usos.
Right.
But you bring up Dominic's been hurt. You strip him of the IC title and suddenly Logan Paul is Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Just like something like that. One of them, Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that's being forgotten for some reason.
Yeah, Bronson Reed.
So you have the potential of doing something like that. Are they going to get that creative? No.
No.
But
we're over here super creative right now.
Right. But Bron Breakker has been suspended and will be back before the end of the month.
Yeah.
At most, we don't see him on one show.
Right. One or two shows. I would be shocked if they stretch it 2 shows.
I need a wrestler to be listed as being suspended and is gone for 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sick of the suspensions that never happen.
Like let him.
Next week he's going to show up with a ticket in the front row.
Let him be suspended until when is Money in the Bank?
Oh, that's not till like June or July.
Oh, okay, well that's too late then. So it's some pay-per-view that.
Well, I mean, he could even just be. I mean, you could even say suspended until after the Rumble.
Right.
All right, that's 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I want it to be longer, but if you force him to then miss the opportunity of being in the Rumble, then that serves a purpose.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. So that's what it was for me. It was just like, let me see how they're gonna salvage this, and then I won't be so miserable about it. But I am not on the Bron Breakker train right now. I'm just not. Mm-hmm. I am at the station while the train is coming in. Everybody, come on now. No, I'm waiting for the next one. I am not on the Bron Breakker train right now.
Well,